Welcome back, Almany Flowers. This is part 7 of the Q&A. And we're going to start off with question 132. This is the final part 7, final. Okay, so are you on Tinder? How do you feel about the new gender options? Honestly, I am on Tinder. I've had a few guys through Tinder. I'll just be honest, I've had a few hookups through Tinder. That's probably too much information for some, and for those of you watching, I'm sorry, it's the truth. But how did the new gender options make you feel? I honestly didn't know there were new gender options until I got asked this question. But I think it's great. Like I said, some people don't find that transgender or male or female or gender fluid or none of those fit them. So if you find a gender that's one of the new options that fit, you say, hey, that fits me, and you decide that's what you're going to describe yourself as, power to you, I'm happy for you. I just identify as a female on Tinder, and that's what I always identify with in life. Using your ID, has anyone been rude or said anything to make you chuckle, since it is something that will out you? You know? Let me think. I have had several people, like I've gone to nightclubs, and like I've given my ID and they just looked at my ID and they just looked at me and whatnot. So that's one thing, like it made me chuckle. I started laughing. But one thing it was the rudest thing that's ever happened to me. I got pulled over. It was a little over a year ago. It was near the end of 2015. I was driving home and I got pulled over, and it was the night where I went out as myself. And I gave my ID. I wasn't passable by any means. My voice wasn't passable. I just wasn't passable whatsoever back then. So the cop said to me, I forget his exact words, but he said something along the lines of, you should make up your mind of what you want to be and stop people like you, or what's wrong with the world. I can't exactly remember. It was somewhere along the lines of that. I know he said something along the lines of, you need to make up your mind on what you want to be. I can't remember what he said, but that was the rudest thing. I ended up crying and just sitting there after the cop left. But yeah, that was the rudest thing that has ever been said to me. When can you get your gender marker changed on your ID? I could probably get it changed now. All I have to do is take in a letter from my doctor. But I want to wait until my name's legally changed. I've had so much trouble with that. I'll explain that in a later video, though. When are we going to get our nails done? Soon. I can't remember who asked me this question, but soon enough. I need somebody to get my nails done with, because mine just need redone so badly. But we are at 136. We only have 15 more. Makes me sad. This was a lot of fun. Why did you wait so long to come out? Why did you wait so long to come out and be your true self? What was holding you back from it? You know, like I said, I said earlier in the video, I think I said in part 1 or 2, people's reactions, being afraid of what others said, being afraid of losing people. There was a lot that held me back. Certain situations that happened that I'm not going to get into, and I don't know if I'll ever get into them on here or not, but certain issues that traumatized me and I couldn't come out, they pushed me back so far and made it so much harder and made it so much longer for me to come out to be myself. 137. Why do people judge trans who are female to male if they still only like guys? And why do people judge male to females if they still only like girls? When you tell them that, they look at you weird and question, then what's the point of being trans if you still like the same gender? Why? This is a really good one, because before I used to identify as transgender who only like females. But just because you want to be transgender doesn't, okay, just because you're going to like the same gender still, or you're going to like the same gender, like when you're male to female and you're still going to like females, still trying to think of a way to explain this, but whatever you're, sorry, my mind was completely blank there for a second. Sorry about that, everyone, but it doesn't matter if you are still going to like girls. The point is, you feel trapped, and you want to identify as a female. You feel trapped. It has nothing to do with who you like or what you like. If you're female to male and you're gonna like guys, there's no problem with that whatsoever. If you're male to female and you're still like girls, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. It's not about who you like. That has nothing to do with being transgender or wanting to transition. It has to do, you being transgender has to do with who you feel like and what you want to identify as. So yeah. Okay, question 137. What era would you like to have been born in? 1950s. It's probably my favorite time period, 1950s and 60s. Love the vibe from back then. I love the culture back then. I love the artwork from back then. Definitely the 50s and 60s if I could pick a generation. If I could pick years, I'd say like 1948 to 1965. That 20-year span is the era I would have liked to have been born in. Okay, when you eventually get into another relationship, do you plan to make it public or keep it private? You know, my last few people I've been involved with, I've kept private. But whenever I actually get in a relationship, it's going to be public. I'm done keeping stuff private in life. There are a few things I keep private, but when I get in a relationship, that's something the whole world will know. Like, I'm not going to be posting all over social media every single day, but I will say I'm in a relationship. I will have pictures of me and my significant other on Facebook and my social media accounts, whether they be male or female. What's your plan on being stealth? Do you plan to be stealth or not? Why or why not? You know, this is actually a really good question. For those of you who don't know, stealth means you are a transgender and you don't want to identify as a male, as a transgender anymore. You strictly want to identify as female and you want to drop the whole transgender thing altogether. Honestly, whenever I do have my surgery, I am probably going to die down on the whole being transgender thing. Like, I'll take it off my social media accounts, but I'm not going to keep it a secret. Like, if you ask me if I'm transgender, I'll be like, yes, and I'll talk about it openly. It won't be something I hide, but I'm going to take it off my social media accounts because when some people see that, like, guys I've tried talking to and girls I've tried talking to, they see it on my social media accounts, it chases them away. So when I have my surgery, I won't take it off my social media accounts, but it'll still be on my YouTube page. I'll still talk about it openly. It's not going to be something I'm going to hide. It's just going to be something like guys I don't get serious with, I'm not going to tell them. I'm just going to, if we get serious, cool. If we don't, well then, oh well, it's none of their business to know I'm transgender. If I get serious with someone, then I'll tell them, but it's not going to be something I'm going to open up about publicly as I do now. So I do plan on being stealth. Why? I think I just explained the whole question right there. So anyways, moving on. What is your biggest turn on? Okay. Biggest turn on would probably be tattoos and piercings on somebody. That'll make me bite my lip, drool, and I'll be at your disposal if you have tattoos and piercings. Okay, so tattoos and piercings and a good personality and good hair. I want good hair, I want a good personality, and I want somebody with tattoos and piercings. I like beards too. So, what's the scope on your sex life? There is none. I haven't had any sex since February. That may be too open for some of you, but oh well. It was a one-night stand with a guy I met at a club in Morgantown. I think it's the first time I've ever openly admitted on YouTube, but yeah, that was last time I did anything sexually. I've done foreplay recently. Most recently was in August. It was during me and Storm's trip. Whoops, spilled the beans on that secret. It wasn't really a secret. Anyways, when do you plan on getting another car? Will you trade in your Nissan and or Cavalier? And what do you plan on getting? I plan on getting a new car during income tax next year. So probably another 2 months or so, February sometime. I will not be trading in either of my cars. I will have 3 cars, go figure. And I want some sort of SUV because me and my brother both have our quads. I want a small practical SUV, but something I can hook a small trailer to and haul the quad somewhere. Something with 4-wheel or all-wheel drive, but nothing too big. I don't know what kind yet. Maybe a Toyota RAV4, maybe a Nissan Rogue. I don't know. We shall see next year. I would like to get like a 2013 to 2016 SUV, somewhere in that range. So, okay, when your lease is up next year, Do you plan to stay in downtown Morgantown, or are you thinking about relocating? If you plan to relocate, what will be factors that will tie into your decision when looking for a new place? I do plan on leaving where I'm at right now. I'm not going to stay in downtown Morgantown. I want to find a place that has a garage. Is like not secluded, but not in the middle of town. I would like to maybe have an acre or so on a back road, and I need a garage because I want my Cavalier and my Nissan and my quad to come home with me. I do not want to have to keep them at my mom's house anymore. So I would love to have enough room to ride it around a little bit and a garage to keep the quad and the Nissan in. So those are definitely the big factors I'll be looking for. What are your doomsday plans? I really don't know. This came from my friend Cassie. She asked an off-the-wall question. She's an off-the-wall person, but I absolutely love her. My doomsday plans: stay safe, stay hidden, stay with a small group that I know and trust. Don't trust anyone. Doomsday ever comes, I'll think of a plan then. I'm not too prepared. Probably should be more prepared in this day and age, but I'm not. Okay, so this is actually a really good question. For those of you who don't want to hear a very personal question, don't listen, or just skip ahead of the video a little bit. How do you hide your lower part? It looks like you have nothing there. In other words, how do you tuck? Honestly, the hormones have shrunk my lower half so much to the point where it's barely visible. I tuck in a way Brooklyn Beauty taught me. I thought she has a video on YouTube about it. Yeah, it's not too hard. There's barely anything down there, so it's rather easy to hide it. How bad a condition is your phone really in? Here is the phone. I will unlock it, so I will at least hit the lock button. You can see how badly it's truly cracked. There is no home button. You can see how badly it's cracked there. That's how bad my phone is really cracked. My old phone now, rather. What are your religious beliefs, and how have they affected your transition at all? My religious beliefs, I've always wanted to explain them on YouTube. I guess I'm going to explain them now. Religious beliefs, I don't believe in a God or a devil, but I believe in an afterlife where if you are a good person, you'll be rewarded in the afterlife. It doesn't mean there's a heaven. I believe if you are a very crappy, shitty person in life, you'll be punished in the afterlife. Doesn't mean there's a hell. I do believe in angels and demons, but I don't believe they're disciples of God and the devil. I believe they are good people and bad people who chose to take the next step in the afterlife and watch over people or torment people. I believe if you are a good person, you have the choice to be laid to rest and just that be that. No, I believe you have the option to roam or reincarnation if you're a good person. This is just my beliefs. I'm not saying they're right, but this is what I believe. I don't want a bunch of religious mumbo jumbo down below, so we'll leave it all. Okay, I have a feeling it's going to have to go into part 8. Okay, I'm sorry everyone, part 8 is coming right now. It's going to be short, it's going to be sweet, but yeah, I want to be able to actually say these next few questions in under 30 seconds. So, alright, stay tuned for the final part 8. This is supposed to be the final part. I'm really sorry. I hope you all stay tuned for 7 parts so far. We are like over an hour into this. This is fun though. Alright everyone, so stay tuned. I love you all. And yeah, I will see you all in part 8.